It's Wednesday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Tope Mark Odige, and with me as usual, events. I've not done MC for a while. I was feeling like it's company, you cannot be doing MC work. But then that was how when the offer came, and I was like, and I said red card, and they said yes. I say, hey, I'm doing MC. I am doing. It's a talent. It's inside, and then it is a skill that I have trained myself, and then I've been doing TV work for about we're going to 13 years now. So Momoshe, I'm very good.
I saw the video that you posted about you now starting to dance again because you felt you've gotten to a level where please do not allow anybody put you in a box. God gave you some things innately for your purpose. Exactly. So if you are a dancing governor, please dance. If you are a dancing senator, please dance. If you are a singing life coach, please sing. If you are a cooking TV presenter, please
I know why she take her hand, they move yet. Cooking TV presenter. I like this, she's supposed to go, not be like this. So.
Let's take a break.
Soft life always.
I like this advice
When we return, we will continue with front page. If you don't mind this, my ladies, today is Wednesday. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. We're starting our front page review today with The Nation. Major headline: results transmission, Senate House disagree on real time. Harmonizing of versions begin. Red Chamber okays e-upload to IREV. And we have, let's use policies to improve lives, says President. Rivers crisis, Wike hopeful Fubara will abide by agreements. NACON, chair quits amid graft allegations. Operators fear disruption. Atiku, Makinde, others visit Babangida. Politicians flock Mina. NRS targets 40.7 trillion naira 2026 revenue. How tax laws can work. So, there's another news. Tinubu has strengthened our federalism as CBN caps weekly BDC purchase at $150,000. What story are we starting with?
So I have NACON, okay, as the National Hajj Commission. The chairman and chief executive of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NACON, Professor Abdullahi Saleh Usman, has resigned. He tendered the resignation in dated February 9, which the president has received in accordance with Section 3, Sub 6 of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria Establishment Act 2006. And he says that it was after deep reflection, deep personal reflection, prayer, and consultation with family members that he decided to resign. I don't know why. There's a source in the nation saying it's for corruptions and graft matters. That's why he resigned. Oh. He says that he expressed his gratitude to the president for the appointment, which he considers a privilege, but he says that he's not connected in any way with dissatisfaction with the commission, government, or its operations. But there's something inside saying that it is for corruption allegations that were leveled against him, which
how long was it there?
I don't even have his appointment date. Yeah, you know, I wanted to see whether there's been a temper, but I hope that somebody is taking over because Hajj is just a few months away.
Okay. So the Federal Capital Territory FCT Minister, sorry that I'm laughing, yesterday expressed optimism that Rivers State Governor Sim Fubara and the members of the House of Assembly will abide by the agreements reached through the intervention of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to resolve the political crisis in the state. Wike spoke in Abuja after inspecting several ongoing projects in the nation's capital, where he stressed that the president's role as a unifying figure, whose leadership was critical in easing tensions, between the executive and legislative arms in Rivers State. He also said that Fubara is expected to forward a list of commissioner nominees to the House of Assembly this week for consideration and approval as part of the fresh truce brokered by President Tinubu between the governor and his political benefactor, Wike. Wike also said that it's a good thing that the president, that this should be the last time the president is going to intervene in this matter between him and Sim Fubara, the governor, because that when a father speaks, that's important for the children to listen. And hopefully, they will listen.
Okay, so against the backdrop of tough economic reforms and rising public expectations, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu yesterday threw down a challenge to governors, ministers, and top government institutions. He demanded that policy decisions must now translate into visible improvements in the daily lives of Nigerians. So speaking at the close of the two-day National Economic Council, that's NEC conference in Abuja, the president insisted that his administration's renewed hope agenda would not be judged by resolutions or rhetoric, but by concrete outcomes in jobs created, roads built, schools strengthened, healthcare improved, and investor confidence restored. He said he was represented by Senate President Godswill Akpabio, and he warned that the gathering must not end as another high-level discussion without measurable impact. He said reform is not an event, it is a process. It requires courage, patience, and consistency. And he said the decisions we make here, we must translate into visible improvements in the daily lives of Nigerians. Jobs should be created, businesses supported, roads constructed, schools strengthened, healthcare improved, and opportunities expanded. Then he went ahead to commend the Vice President, Kashim Shettima, for what he described as steady leadership of NEC, and praised governors, ministers, development partners, and private stakeholders for their contributions. Then it's also talked about discipline implementation across all tiers of government that will determine the next phase of national development, among other things that was discussed in the conference.
Fantastic. Moving on to the next paper, The Punch. Major headline, Electoral Act Amendment, opposition protest as senators back manual result transmission. US deploys 200 troops to Nigeria. Wike Fubara called truce after Tinubu's move. Nigeria slips on global corruption index. States spend 455 billion naira to service foreign loans. PDP crisis, appeal court orders harmonized briefs ahead of judgment. Army deploys special forces to Benue, Taraba. Security guard hacked to death at Ogun Church altar. Pressure mounts on Bayelsa governor over choice of deputy. What story do we take before the break?
Should I do the major headline? I thought it was. Yes, okay. So, according to the reports, all the wahala going on about the electoral law amendment that is going on right now in the House on transmission of results has been resolved, and the House has set up a House committee to, harmonize whatever decisions they reach at the Senate with the House of Reps. So yesterday, of course, they said they bowed to immense pressure and approved that the electronic transmission of election results to INEC results viewing portal IREV will now be done in due time, while permitting manual collation to serve as backup. So the manual form EC81, I'm trying to get, I hope I did not quote that form wrongly, will now be a backup. So initially what they said was that we were not going to compel the electronic transmission of results because in certain areas network will fail. But now they've amended it to be that the electronic transmission results will be the standard, and it will be carried out in due time. But where there's network failure, the manual result, which is from EC81, shall become primary basis for collation and the basis for declaration of results, which is why protests started. Of course, in the House, the debates were for and against, with most of the minority leaders all arguing, objecting to this amendment, and are insisting that it is doable. Somebody proposed a solution who said that is upload the results, let it, finally arrive whenever it arrives. When network comes in, you know how network does when you send the WhatsApp message. Instead of saying no, because if you leave it as law, most people would just assume that the manual exception has happened, which is that everybody will say network fail.
Yes,
and so that's the problem. And so the House went back and forth yesterday, and they have approved the standard of uploading.
Yeah, I just didn't like the fact that they say opposition's protest, because it wasn't really opposition that was protesting, it was just many civil society. But we'll take a break now.
But they joined now. Rotimi Amici was there.
When we return, we'll continue with Front Page Review. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Carry us.
Even when wahala dey choke, we stand gidigba.
Hope they waka with us for downfall.
It dey gist with us for buka.
No matter the gbege, our spirit e no fit scatter.
Hope na that pikin wey dey read ABCD
and still get ogbonge dream for hearts.
Hope na the mama wey dey fry akara, wey see the reason say
tomorrow go soft for am. Naija,
your freedom na promise.
Say hope go always come, no matter wetin happen.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments, just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen, and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
Every clash of ideas begin the same way. Differences could be a disagreement,
two voices, two views, standing apart,
or an argument.
a battle to win, to prove, or to conquer.
Both are born from differences. One can open the door to respect.
Sound, are you ready?
And the other close it with fire. Two perspectives, but one big issue.
Are you good?
Yes, I'm good to go. So do we argue to fight or disagree to understand?
3, 2, 1, we are live.
This is the big...
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. We're continuing the front page review. Who has the story on U.S. deploy?
All right. The United States has deployed about 200 troops to Nigeria to train the country's military in the fight against Islamist militants. This is according to a report on Tuesday by the Wall Street Journal. An American military official told the newspaper that the deployment comes weeks after U.S. President Donald Trump accused Nigeria of failing to protect Christians from terrorist attacks. The report also said that the troops were expected to strengthen Nigerians' counter-terrorism capacity through training and operational support. Part of the support that they'll be receiving, they named it, is collaboration. Is going to cover professional military education, intelligence sharing, logistics support, and strategic dialogue, which is aimed at addressing shared security challenges, particularly for terrorism. He added that the newly deployed personnel would supplement a small number of U.S. military advisors who are already in Nigeria. They already assist local forces with intelligence to identify targets for military strikes. So this was said by both the U.S. and the Nigerian officials. Also, President Tinubu on Sunday received a high-level U.S. delegation led by the commander of U.S. AFRICOM at the State House in Abuja. We hope, they said the meeting was focused on strengthening defense cooperation and regional security efforts. Okay. Let's hope this achieves what is meant to achieve. Let's wait and see.
Okay, so this is a human interest story. So residents of Akute Odo community in Ifo local government area of Ogun State were thrown into shock and panic on Monday morning after some assailants invaded Christ Crusaders Deliverance Ministries and brutally murdered the church security guard, popularly known as Babaiwo. According to Punch Metro, the correspondent who visited the area yesterday gathered from residents and video clips circulating in the community that the attacker struck inside the church where Babaiwo was allegedly hacked to death on the altar. They said some of the videos shared showed the lifeless body of the guard lying on the altar with the rug beneath him soaked in blood. In one clip lasting less than a minute, they said the deceased was dressed in Ankara fabric. He had his neck almost severed. A resident, identified as Ajoke said the incident occurred around 1 a.m. on Monday when there was no power supply in the area. She explained that Babaiwo was outside the church at the time, and then he became suspicious that some movements were happening in the premises. So he carried his cutlass in hand. He told another security guard who works nearby that he wanted to go inside the church to inspect what was going on. They said when the inspection now took longer, they were waiting for him to come out. The other guard became alarmed and then peeped into the entrance of the church. He saw that he was already lying helpless on the altar. He said someone who was suspected to be the attacker was hiding behind the door already. And so he raised an alarm and people gathered and they were able to hold down the person. He was struggling to cut off his head. He probably wanted to use it for rituals or whatever, God. Yes. But because people had gathered and held him for police to come and get him, he was not able to do that. It's just a painful... On the altar of God, supposedly, you're not a Christian, you're not a Muslim, you don't know that some places are sacred. You kill somebody on the altar.
And you're cutting off their neck.
Yes. Whatever the reason. As well. There's a political story around Bayelsa. They lost their deputy governor last year, December 11th. It was a 60-year-old man that died there was no speculation around it. He collapsed in his office, confirmed it by the time they got to the Federal Medical Center in Yenagoa. And of course, there's now controversy on who will be replacing the deputy governor. Would he come from Sagbama or would he be coming from Bayelsa West Senatorial District? And the governor hasn't made a decision. Former Governor Diri, he decamped from PDP to APC. The governor hasn't decamped. So there's now a feeling of should they decamp before picking? Should people from Sagbama are saying that the person that was there was from their area, and so another person from their area should replace him and finish his tenure. At the end of the day, the governor has a tough decision to make, and he needs to make it fast. Moving on to Daily Sun, major headline. We've taken the story already. Electoral Bill amendment. Senate rejects real-time election result transmission. I'm surprised that wasn't what NEMA took. They didn't reject real time. They just gave an option. But what they are saying, what the paper is carrying is that they reject real time result transmission.
So one senator tried to move a motion changing transmission to transfer, which was sparked the debate for yesterday again. But what they concluded is that real time transmission is now possible, while EC81, based on Punch report, is a backup. Okay. So I'm going to stick to Punch.
All right. Other stories. Dangote meets Burundi president, explores investment opportunities. Police open trial of suspected killers of Arise TV correspondents. Tinubu has enhanced federalism, says Bagudu. 2027, Markafi, Lamido, meeting Kaduna, push for PDP reconciliation. Nigeria retains 26th position on corruption index, slides in global ranking. Battle for soul of Labour Party deepens as Usman Abure fights for control. Usman-led group takes over party secretariat. It was forceful, uncivilized, illegal takeover from the Abure group. What story are we taking?
Okay, so the police have started the prosecution of these individuals who were all involved in the suspected killers of the Arise News correspondent, Somto Chukwu and Maduago. And the Commissioner of Police is prosecuting on behalf of Nigerians, of course. So they're prosecuting Shamsu Hassan, Sani Suraju, Hassan Issa, Abubakar Alkamu, Abdusalam Saleh, and 6 others. And the 2 prosecuting witnesses were in court yesterday. They gave a very, heartbreaking account of the ordeal of what happened that night. I'm sure that at the end of this trial, we'll have a good conviction. There are 9 counts charge.
Even though we know nothing will bring back the late correspondence, it's just appropriate.
Hopefully, it will bring justice
to be served. All right.
Have a story. No. Okay, so Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Senator Abubakar Bagudu, has said that Nigeria's economic reforms under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu have strengthened the country's federal system and increased financial capacity for states and local governments. He also stated that, he stated this while addressing participants at the National Economic Council conference, where he noted that Tinubu's policies had deepened cooperative federalism and improved governance at the subnational level. He stated, and I quote, President Tinubu has strengthened our federalism. The minister also added that the president's economic decisions had made Nigeria a more unified federation. So this is like basically accolades on what has happened and how the growing international recognition of Nigeria's economic progress has been under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's leadership.
All right, let's move on to Vanguard, major headline. Still the Electoral Act, rowdy session as Senate okays conditional e-transfer of results. You see the way the headlines are different. Yeah. Every headline is
connotes something different till you start reading the content.
We really need clarity on this issue.
So you read the story now.
Until you read Abi. Moving to other stories, we have federal government ASU deal sparks outrage as only Unijust confirms payments. Another story we haven't taken is Nigeria drops 2 places, ranks 142 out of 182 countries in the corruption index. So who has which story?
We have the corruption index story. So we have dropped to 142 place of the most corrupt countries in the world from our 140 place, and that makes us the 36th most corrupt country in the world. Along with us are some other African countries, and the most non-corrupt country, the cleanest of them all, is Denmark, which is 182, and which is number 1 in the world, and 182 represents the most corrupt country, which we are not close to, we are far from. But they didn't mention which country it is.
We are far from it.
10 African countries, the non-African countries was in the top 10 in the Transparency Index of the Transparency International. So,
the 140 something to 180 something. Say we're not far.
40.
So strong indications have emerged that the federal government's much publicized implementation of the renegotiated agreements with Academic Staff Union of Universities, that's ASU, may be selective, as investigations reveal that only the University of Jos, that's UniJos, has so far confirmed benefiting from the new package. So they said lecturers in several federal universities, including the University of Abuja, Federal University of Lafia, Fulafia, University of Calabar, University of Maiduguri, and the Federal University of Lokoja, have faulted claims by the Federal Ministry of Education that implementation had commenced nationwide. So they said Monday night, the Ministry of Education announced that the federal government had begun implementing key welfare components of the renegotiated ASU agreement. These include a 40% increase in the consolidated academic allowance, that's the CAA, effective January 1, 2026, and the rollout of the consolidated tools allowance, that's the CATA. So they issued a statement by the Director of Press and Public Relations, Folashade. They said that the ministry said the move reaffirmed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's commitment to welfare of academic staff and stability in the university system. And the statement also quoted the Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, as saying that the payments had been captured and secularized by the National Salaries, Incomes and Wages Commission, NSIWC, included in the 2026 budget as part of the statutory processes. But, Vanguard had checked across federal universities and they are painting a different picture. Lecturers were interviewed separately. They said apart from UniJos, they were yet to receive any benefits tied to the newly renegotiated agreement. So we need to hear from, the government that has said, and the Ministry of Education also, that has said that they had started, with the payments and sorting out their welfare to see how true this is. Why is it only one university that has confirmed that they've started receiving? Yeah.
There's also issues around that school loan.
Oh yeah,
yes,
There's been a lot of controversy around nail fund. We're waiting to have that proper discussion. Sadly, we couldn't get to Tribune. There was a story I found interesting. Afternoon naps can refresh brain and boost.
That's why I sleep.
But here we are. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll continue with the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
In 3, 2, 1, we are live.
Welcome to E-Splash. I'm on the black carpet, and of course, it's Jubril of Lagos.
Well, that's it on Socialville.
You like say, I dare fool.
You already have Destiny Alpha. I know that.
I go shoot out for you.
You already know, guys. E-Splash can be the best of entertainment, the best of energy, best of everything you need to get your day going.
It's E-Splash every weekday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on TVC Entertainment.
Keeping hope alive. We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silenced.
Even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
our music, and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still worth fighting for.
Hope is a child in the classroom, eyes wide, with dreams bigger than walls.
Hope is the farmer planting seeds in faith, believing in rain and harvest.
Hope is the youth unafraid to rise, rewriting the story of our tomorrow.
Hope is us, millions of voices refusing to give up on the promise of this land.
Nigeria, our independence is not just history.
It is a call to keep believing,
to keep building, to keep hoping.
na hope.
They carry us.
Even when wahala dey choke, we stand gidigba.
Hope they waka with us for downfall.
They gist with us for buka.
No matter the gbege, our spirit no fit scatter.
Hope na that pikin where they read ABCD
and still get ogbonge dream for hearts.
Hope na the mama where they fry akara, we see the reason say
tomorrow go soft for her.
Naija,
your freedom na promise.
Say hope go always come, no matter wetin happen.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments, just quick questions, quick moves, and we Cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetoko, says he has stopped taking pictures with random people after a photo of him with a suspected fraudster reportedly surfaced in a viral documentary about how scammers who this scammer defrauded a Romanian woman of $2.5 million. Reporters said the IGP is doing the right thing because fraudsters often use pictures with top officials and celebrities as proof that they are legitimate in the kind of fake endorsement, that opens doors and silences suspicions. But critics argue that the bigger issue is not that the photo culture, but how criminals are able to move so close to powerful people in the first place and why those images can be taken even without scrutiny. So this morning we ask, is it a smart security move or just damage control after a public embarrassment? What are your thoughts on this? Join the conversation by calling us on 020-1635-2013. The numbers are right there on the screen. You can also tweet to us, #YourViewTVC at TVC Connect on X. We're streaming on YouTube, so you can drop your comments there as well. So, you see this drama, maybe today, you don't see. There was a particular... My pastor has a picture with someone that was accused of fraud. I think even convicted of fraud. And the picture of him with my pastor was on his website. It's part of like validation, like see me, I'm balling with these people, I'm rolling with these people. And it sort of offers a bit of validation. And whether we like it or not, there are those kind of validation. People get it because they feel if she's or he's with this kind of person, it must be a very serious-minded people. But do you think the approach of saying no photos is the right one, or do you see it, like I asked earlier, is this a let's cut off the head because we cannot manage the challenge?
If you tell us, say, you don't know the man, will it be sufficient?
We will not believe.
We won't accept. Yeah. So why do you want to criticize his new stand on non-taking of photos with people he doesn't know? This video, this fraud case, I followed it from beginning to the end as a documentary and I was enjoying it. How the guy was able to execute it. He doesn't just have photos with the IG. He has with a superstar. He has videos at Davido's concert where he was spraying money. Does he know Davido? But you know how we attach people to things that poor Davido that has been working hard all his life doing music, we did not have any crime on his name. Somebody has committed a crime, now just a photo is enough to convict. Is I say guilty by association. It's true now.
He's chopping.
He's chopping. See them, friends. He rolls with big people. Those people, big people are probably, because people of that kind of stuff, someone can pull a stunt of about $3.2 million fraud. Not be small guy now. If he's Transcore Hilton, he can buy a night there. And maybe there's a conference, he can buy appearance there. At the event, it's a public event, people will be taking pictures. All of you are guilty of association by one way or the other because na picture is public. Everybody can just show picture of BC and one girl. And they'll say, she no BC. people have used our pictures for things that we can't explain. And it will not be sufficient if you come and say, I don't know that person. I don't even know when, I can't remember when that picture was taken. You'll be taken as having the responsibility to account for how your picture appeared.
So can you say that you would step back?
Yes, he can. Because if he tell you say no, he no do, he can't.
Believe.
So it's how you will save your head. The eye that a lack of insurance here is his business. Anyhow, he has to watch his back. He watches his back.
Okay.
Let me hear your opinion.
Yeah. So we live in a country where access equals influence, right? Yes. Yeah. And then taking a picture at the top official. You know, I've been in a situation where I met somebody, some MPDC in Benin, and then, you know, the person went all out to show me pictures of them and different of the top officials and everything. So for me, when someone is trying to prove, when you're trying to prove too much, it's a red flag. But for a top official, you know, it's easy to say, oh, because a picture, a guy flagged the picture, show the picture of me and the top official, that means the person, the top official is guilty by association. I don't believe it. Because yes, number one, we live in a society now where most of these top officials attend events, forums too, attend even family events and stuff. And in this life, whether because you're a police officer does not mean that you have you're from Benin. I used to fly in the night, and that you can see the hearts. Yes, I can see I can see the hearts of men. So many people associate with people they don't even know what they're capable of. There are so many criminals amongst us, criminals as friends and families that we don't even know, and we're taking picture with them. Now the day when something go happen, now we can't know who be criminal, who not be criminal. That's the reality of life. So you can't even say, so for me, this situation is not something that he has control over. There's certain things you just don't have control over, except if you can see on the face of it that this person is a known criminal, this person is flaunting money, this person is doing shady deals, and then you're still associating with that person. But if the person appears to be a regular, normal human being, citizen, and then they ask for a picture at an event, I think it's only... They say police is your friend. Part of the friendship now is for us to take some pictures. So for him to say it doesn't, I think that as his job as IG, he's an influential top official. I don't know, because criminals are also in every sector. Police force, so military, inside church, so there are bad people and criminals everywhere. So I try to say that if they have an official program or event and he takes picture with his officers and then tomorrow they not indict any of them, it's just, you know, it's just something that is not within his control. And this day of this digital day of AI, where even when you're not there, they will not still put you, not go call you explain tire. It still has nothing to do with anything.
So I think we need to understand that his position is that of a security head, and is in charge of the security apparatus. All over the world, pictures and images of these people are controlled. They have a protocol team that ensures people don't come so close. People don't just take pictures. If they catch you carrying camera and taking pictures in certain places, they will hold you because it's not allowed, because of the position that he holds. He's getting in with the trend. This is what happens all over the world, because these things have also been happening even in the Obodo-Ibo of A, where criminals would have an opportunity to take pictures, shake hands with maybe like a Donald Trump, and then they present it in their websites as part of something that gives credibility to their job. And when you see somebody shaking, for instance, a Donald Trump, or shaking our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and you're like, for this person to be in this close proximity, he must be genuine, right? Unfortunately for us, all over the world, we base everything we do on perception. That's where the problem comes from. Because back in the day, before you do any transaction, the criminals will have to forge like documents, certificates, you know, you will check and check and check. Nobody has time to check anymore. Once they see a picture, it gives them a form of safety that this person, for this person to get to the level where he's standing beside so and so person, he must be credible, and everybody is going. So he, as the head of a security apparatus, understands what it means to protect to the best of his ability. Because there are events that he may go to, he will not have control over somebody from afar, taking picture and all of that. But anybody who is coming to your close proximity, your protocol officers who are in charge of you to protect your space would know that this is not allowed, and only official cameramen would be allowed to take those. So he has said what he should have said a long time ago. Because these things have a way of weighing down on the mentality of young people. They will see criminals who have pictures, who are showing, I dine with this person, I eat with this person, I attend this person's party. And in their head, all they are thinking of is, how do I get to a level where I would be in that space? Some people would borrow clothes, they will borrow different things, they will borrow even the invite just to enter. We're growing up now.
They fake invitation.
They fake everything just to enter and just be in close proximity with this particular person because of what they want to use that image for. And we are an image people. Many years ago, you know, when we started modeling, we didn't have all of this. So we were modeling, we're meeting a lot of people. Many of these celebrities, they won't remember us now because we don't grow, we don't change, we don't find, you know, all that kind of thing. So when I go and I say, I've worked with this person, or I've met this person, they'll say you're lying. But I didn't have evidence to show that I've actually worked with this person. So now, as I'm working, I am documenting. So that when I tell you tomorrow that I've worked with this person, now I don't need to say it. You will see the evidence. So, you know, we are a perceptive. No, I'm just saying. Imagine if I was a criminal, and because we're a perceptive person, people now need to do what they need to do. So the security apparatus needs to protect what it needs to protect to the best of their ability. The ones that maybe like AI that you mentioned, that one can easily be detected. There are people who can take a video, forensic audit, and they will tell that this and this is it. So
what if?
Let me land with something. So he has not done anything wrong by saying I will no longer take pictures with so and so. He's protecting his office, not his person now. He's protecting his office. After his office, he can choose to take pictures with whoever he wants to take.
Should someone be held liable for being in a picture with a criminal? Should I be responsible for being in a picture?
In the court of public opinion.
Like, should I be responsible? Public opinion, no. Not public opinion, no. Like, can I be held responsible that I took a picture?
Even if you did the photo shoot, does not imply it does not imply guilt.
But public opinion.
In the court of public opinion, it implies a lot. Which is why I said,
what if you are also defrauded in the same light?
Thank you very much.
Should it be sometimes? So, it's like we're guilt shaming the victim. So you married a man, and then the man is doing, or you married a woman, because I know people will say I'm using a man as example. You married a woman and discovered that the woman is doing is a drug pusher, but you did not know. You married for many years. She was living the life. She said, I'm traveling. Then the NDLEA now publish picture. And then they say, how can you not know? Is that not victim shaming we are doing to the IGP? That how could you not have known? How can he be a security person and not know this person is with the criminal?
If it gets to marriage, even in investigation, you'll be harassed. You'll be proving a lot.
But
if you get to that point. No, you might not be guilty. It doesn't always reach the
end. Guilty or not guilty.
You cannot easily conclude guilt without proof. But you have to establish your innocence again if it gets to that point. My point is that in the court of, the stance, this is a reaction by the IG to our stance, as BC explained, of our perception of pictures and all of those things we see. As a public figure, ordinarily, you are, just as you said, everybody wants to have access, your phone number, your whatever. People will put cameras with these days of smartphones in your face, and your picture is taken before you even smile. And so a person can post it just for whatever reason. It can be, yes, to imply influence and access, as Amaka said, for their own illicit intentions, and you know nothing about it. But in the court of public opinion, a picture of the ID showing side by side with a fraudster who is now established to have been won, it will get a lot to do. That's the problem we have. And we need to clear that. When a person comes and says, oh, my picture, I do not know, and it is not subject to investigation. It is not subject to investigation. We cannot conclude by ourselves that this person is guilty. They know each other. They do it together. That generalization is where the problem, the damage is. And you have to take a stand for the integrity of the police force, the head of security. That's our number one man in police, in the nation. So he has to take a stand, and I respect that stand.
We'll take a break. When we return, we'll talk about this victim shaming and judging people Even when they say, I don't know this person, I'm innocent, we still continue judging them online. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Some say learning is fun, but as a mom,
think fast, play smart, win big, we cash. The game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments, just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
Every clash of ideas begin the same way. Differences could be a disagreement,
Two voices, two views, standing apart.
or an argument.
A battle to win, to prove, or to conquer.
Both are born from differences. One can open the door to respect,
Sound, are you ready?
and the other close it with fire. Two perspectives, but one big issue.
Are you good?
Yes, I'm good to go. So do we argue to fight or disagree to understand?
3, 2, 1, we are live.
This is the big...
You guys, this was just about Irasta and Grandma now.
You day wine. It's all over my FYP, but me I don't know, Sha. Cause fake blogs yakpa. And if you ask me, it's giving sauce.
Listen, I just checked the new TV Entertainment WhatsApp channel like right now, and they just dropped the update.
Are you for
No cap.
I've actually been noticing those guys. They're always on it 100. Like they always post the gist before anyone else. Me, I love them, oh, and that's on periods.
Like I just aligned with them like last week, and almost they've been dropping back to back.
Facts. I love how it's straight from the source. No cap, no fake news, just pure entertainment.
I low-key feel like an insider right now.
I know, right?
TVC be cooking.
Real talk. It's like Gist Express, premium gist on cruise mode. Always first, always latest.
Clock it.
Fuck it.
You know what, guys? I just joined.
Active.
Jess is right. All you're trying to say to you is, for your premium entertainment content, scan the QR code on your screen right now to join the TVC Entertainment WhatsApp channel.
In 3, 2, 1, we are live.
Welcome to E-Splash. I'm on the black carpet, and of course, it's Jubril of Lagos.
Well, that's it on Socialville.
When I say Adefolarin.
You already have Destiny Alpha. I know that.
I go shoot out for you.
You already know, guys. E-Splash give you the best of entertainment, the best of energy, best of everything you need to get your day going.
It's E-Splash every weekday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on TVC Entertainment.
Keeping hope alive.
We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silent.
Even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
our music, and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still...
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. So this topic of the IGP's statement about not taking pictures anymore, it feels to me personally like reactionary, because really he can't stop taking pictures, because he would attend events, he would attend programs that are organized maybe to educate the citizens or to create police citizenry relationship, and there's no choice. You will take pictures, and every picture you take can be manipulated. Once picture is taken, is no longer within your control how it gets used. And the fact that bad people use something does not make the thing bad. It's like, oh, social media, there's a lot of pornography, oh, the internet is full of the dark web and all of that. It doesn't mean that we should not say nobody should have access to the internet again. I will not go on the internet. Why? Because the internet is now being used by evil people. I think that we should create a system, and it is within his purview to ensure that any abuse of access is properly criminalized and judgment comes to them, so that we know for a fact, because you cannot help it. That's why are people using brand ambassadors? It's because when I see if BC is selling something and I like Amaka, and Amaka wears what BC is selling, and because I like Amaka, I will end up buying it. But if I don't know or like BC, but I like Amaka, I buy. That's like a brand ambassador. So brand association is not a bad thing. Going to attend events to get into that room is not a bad thing. I have been to events that I don't even remember that I spoke to somebody. I don't even know that there was camera recording or something. I saw somebody tag me online. I'm just gisting, and then video is online of me with that person. So I cannot be guilty by association for something I am not aware of. And that is the narrative I believe we should push more than the narrative of the fact that you attribute a picture means that there must be something guilty about you. Let me hear from you, Amaka.
Okay. Yes. So I think we should focus more on institutional reforms and emotional intelligence training, especially in schools. I think in Nigeria here, what we do so much in terms of our curriculum for young people is we just, I think copy and paste this American standard, the UK standard. We need to also work with what's going on in our own environment and society. Emotional intelligence should be part of the courses that is being taught, because you find that even as adults are defrauded. How can someone defraud you? First of all, you need to be able to trust that person that wants to defraud you, whether as friend or business associate or partner, or as far as the person not use gun to hold you. That means that means you're able to trust the person, and then you lacked something, that discernment or something that you are supposed to spot. And if within the school system, like from when you're young, you're taught in classrooms like this is what you should look out for, this is what you should in different aspects of life, or with in terms of even health safety for people, for rape victims, just have emotional intelligence, understand what emotional intelligence means, what to spot at every point in time, so that second nature. Because every Nigerian, I have trust issues. Every Nigerian should have trust issues too. Yeah. Yes, it should be something that we should use as in, so that if someone, you have to question everything. Do you understand? So even if you're not saying it or you're not questioning it verbally, in your mind, you're just looking at, okay, is everything checking out? So if you have that as a primary consciousness, right, it also helps you. And you cannot just put so much burden on someone for taking picture or not taking picture. For example, on social media, do you know how many times people have cloned my exact page and everything, my life, as I'm posting on story, they're taking and posting. Like people following that page will actually think that and there were so many people have sent me message, and it's easy to scam people. So will they come and carry me and say, oh, you're responsible for? You're seeing my face, you're seeing my story, I'm not the one. You look at that song where they sang National Stadium, not be today, this thing don't start. It don't take where they scam people, where they defraud people, where they try to prove legitimacy of access. That, I know this person, I know that person, not be today. So whether IG take picture, whether you don't take picture, it has nothing to do with anything. It's about fraud people with fraud people. So what do you do? What's the solution? It's not about taking picture. What's the solution? How do we get what institutional reforms and things can we do you know, in our within our environment and in our country to, you know, prevent these things or to, you know, somehow curtail the excesses, and then you as a victim, for you to be mentally aware of what's happening.
Okay. So we're not saying don't take pictures or avoid people, which that cannot happen. But there's what they call controlling and uncontrolled visual documentation because of the position that you are holding. And this happens all over the world if we want to be serious about this conversation. You know, Nigerians are naturally very entitled. Oh, because is it because you're IGP now? Somebody cannot even snap with you. Am I not your former classmate? We have to respect that position. He's the head of the security apparatus. There are protocols to this thing. You cannot just walk into the White House and want to have a picture. And there are different types of pictures. So if, for instance, he came to speak, and after the speaking engagement, they stand and then they take pictures, it's different from when you see a picture of him spraying money in an event, or a picture of him hobnobbing with a particular. So those are more intimate pictures, which his security apparatus can say, no, this is not allowed. And we're not going to hang him for that. But you asked a very important question. Do we victimize the victim? You know, is it his responsibility to vet everybody? That, of course not. But like Nima rightly said, and I'm going to reiterate it, there are two courts in this world. We have the court of public opinion, which, as a matter of fact, the case may not even get to the real court before we have finished the judgment. And they say, what thing you know, fee chop, no smeller. No bring them close. He has done right by saying this and this is going to end. When he's done with his position as the IGP, he can now begin to hobnob and take as much intimate pictures as he wants with anybody. But for we Nigerians also need to respect that position that he holds. We need to respect our security officials. We need to respect the army. You don't just meet. When I was in Rwanda, I had a conversation with some of the guys. We were talking about their city when we were doing the city tour. And they said a policeman in their country cannot collect water when he's in uniform from anybody. He cannot be seen to collect anything from anybody. The people know this, the police know this, the people respect it. We need to take our security officials who are tasked with protecting us very seriously.
Yes, so that's institutional reforms. Yeah.
In how we treat them. Institutional reforms
this
can
is
come.
Personal decision.
Yes, he can. See,
let me take a matter.
IGPO. Nobody will near me.
Welcome to the show. Good morning. Hello, good morning, Mata. Welcome to the show. Are you still there? Yes. Okay. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. You are live. Please
Hello,
go ahead.
good morning.
We can hear you clearly. You are live. Listen to me on the phone and go ahead with your contributions.
Okay. I want to make a contribution to the IGP story.
Okay.
IGP is a very big man in our society.
Yes, he is.
I think what he is referring to is mostly work of the PRO officers. Not that he's stopping everybody to anyone coming closer to him. I believe the protocol officers will be very vigilant to take that effect. Taking the fact the position is holding our society, there is not everybody that should be allowed to come closer to him. Yes, he's right. And from my own view again, taking pictures with people with high value in the society is another way, is a good referral to promote businesses. So you should look at it from different perspectives. It should not come to a final conclusion. It all depends on the kind of occasion he attends. The protocol officer should take note of all this. He cannot come to a program and give a speech and he won't say he won't snap picture with the organization, the members of the organization. No. When he goes to party, it all depends on the organization and the program he attends. So the protocol officers, I'm shifting this responsibility to them. They should take cognizance of all these things know the type of occasion he's attend, and know the kind of people that will come closer to him. That is my intake.
Thank you so much.
So you cannot. Sorry, can I agree with you? Can I say something? So you cannot say that taking a picture with people that plan an event, no matter how good that event, whether it's a church event, they're human beings, and human beings can do anything or can change anytime, or can become criminals, or can become murderers, or can be good today and tomorrow they are bad. And that photo is there 10 years after, they'll still drag it up. That's not the solution, and it has nothing to do with anything.
Or even if good people,
but
good people that are benefiting from it.
But the IG said people I don't know. That's what he said.
Yes.
Okay.
So if he was at an event, it's still his discretion to say, only the organizers, you contacted me, the banner of the event at the background. Because this casual photo is very suggestive, and you cannot blame people for concluding. If without a backstory or another premise, somebody can conclude from this photo anything they like. It's very suggestive. But a photo from a public event, dated time, would also show his documentary that he was able, like the one for the Davido from that same video, showed that it was the Asaba concert he had. And Davido did not stand next to him. There was context. He was performing, and this person was abusive of the Naira at the event. So two different things. But to suggest this kind of photo that I have closed door access.
Yes. Do you think that the IGP should the IGP make it institutionalize this, understanding that he's had a personal experience, learning from that experience, and he's made a decision, but it should not be that after he goes, the next person now comes and goes back to doing selfie with everybody.
That would be the job of the National Assembly to amend the Police Act to guide the IG. But his personal disposition
is his decision. We used to have governors. Our current governor in Lagos State, Governor Sanwo-Olu, is a very selfie governor.
Everybody can post photos.
He's a governor that is always. I think we also need to be conscious of personality. He's someone that is very, very. If you come and meet him, he will even take the phone from you. Let me help you take it well.
No, his protocol is still working because before you get the access,
people should be allowed to freely express themselves.
Yeah. So you know how somebody asked me one time, do you know this person? I said no. He said, but you follow this person on Facebook. The person follows you on Facebook. And I said, I don't know the person. He said, do you follow people you don't know on Facebook? So imagine if that person had done something bad. The fact that they see my name following the person and the person following me feels like I know the person. And honestly, I just come on Facebook and I click. I see all the, I just add. And they can call me out on that. Yeah. So the IGP has a right to decide. That's one. Let me quickly give a few.
Let me take a phone call then.
Okay, then. Yeah.
Welcome to the show. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, ma.
Good morning.
Yes, ma. Sorry, my own intake is why, in cases of this kind, many people like carrying out like this case. Some people will say, always be negative, always be negative. After the person has probably said, I don't know this person, or maybe even knows the person, and they always want to tag evil, bad thing that it's you know him and he's your friend, and a lot of people will come online and keep on. Why is it on the negative side? Why are we always most on the negative side? Is that what the social media is really talking about? Is that what the social media is really portraying? Like what happened to the IG? You know, these are things that happens. There are top people, you know, where they might be in a place and people might just want to snap with them and everything. Sometimes I don't see these things as a midst of where our force wants to make money from, drag a lot of people. Like I'm opportune to have some people. I visit one of the cell and they were saying a lot of things, and I discovered that a lot of people that are there, they are those there. They didn't even know what happened. Some said they didn't even know. They don't find themselves there. So to me, this issue, it can drag a lot of people even to prison. and they will not even know anything about it.
Thank you so much,
That
Prince.
is just my own
We need to give people
this-
benefit of doubt. That we're quick to judge negative, like he must have known. How can you not know what we said earlier about victim shaming? What you
because sometimes at the end of the day, we find out they actually knew. So yes, some. I said at the end of the day, some of the cases you find out that they actually knew, maybe they denied. Remember the Epstein files? Now when we are seeing a lot of people, their faces popping out with this particular Jeffrey, you know, and all of that, and everybody was denying. Somebody lost a throne because of that. So we need to be very careful. But there are global models across the world that have adopted something which I think we should look into. It can be institutionalized, but he also has a right to say, let us start with this before it finally passes into institution. There's a structured engagement system which should work for his particular kind of position wherever he goes to. They should have designated photo events, spaces, so that even if they mention it was, you can easily track it to what has happened. It was at this event that I took this picture. I don't know them personally. I was there for so and so. We have official photographers only. If he has to present, he has to be taken. They have to watermark it for that event, you know, and all of those are some of the things that would protect the system. And it's also for our own benefit, so that somebody will not go and be saying, do you know I was hobnobbing with your governor, and at the end of the day you find out the person is a criminal. We also need to help their position in how you don't have to snap pictures with everybody you meet just to show that you have met this person. I think we should move away from that. You don't have to.
Well,
you don't have to.
Like you mentioned, to support your claim. I'll just end with this because I wanted us to talk about the fact that we had a guest that came on the show to talk about investing in rice. And many people, because the person was on your view, put their money into the rice investment and lost their money. The company folded up and it became, come and drag TMU, drag Nima. It was because of you that I decided to buy into this investment. So you should still, Amaka said it, that you should still do your investigation, do your due diligence. The fact that they have pictures with governor, president does not automatically mean that they are credible people. So wear your thinking cap and don't just put your trust on people. But I was going to ask Mrs. Abikedabiri to write a reference for me when I was applying for Vietnam visa, because they were like, no, we need to have a document, something. And she was not like, oh, I met her, she was using the show that she knew me maybe 10 years ago, that she has known me for 10 years. And I went to Facebook, dug out my picture when I did makeup for her, and I was the makeup artist for Vanguard and Leo. And I said, Ma, you've known me for 15 years, came to your house twice, met your husband and your children. I did makeup for you. This is our picture together. And she was like, oh my God, I've totally forgotten that I met you then. So people, the pictures are evidence for good people. And picture can become a tool for bad people. So it is not the picture that is the problem. It is whose intent the picture is. So let's criminalize the criminals and not insult the victim. But everybody to each his own. You can decide that no more pictures is good for you. We'll take a break now. We'll return. There's another hot topic that is sweeting me. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Keeping hope alive. We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silenced.
Even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
our music, and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still worth fighting for.
Hope is a child in the classroom, eyes wide, with dreams bigger than walls.
Hope is the farmer planting seeds in faith, believing in rain and harvest.
Hope is the youth unafraid to rise, rewriting the story of our tomorrow.
Hope is us, millions of voices refusing to give up on the promise of this land.
Nigeria, our independence is not just history.
It is a call to keep believing,
to keep building, to keep hoping.
Now hope
they carry us.
Even when wahala they choke, we stand gidigba.
Hope they waka with us for downfall.
They gist with us for buka.
No matter the gbege, our spirit no fit scatter.
Hope now that pikin where they read ABCD
and still get ogbonge dream for hearts.
Hope now the mama where they fry akara, we see the reason say
tomorrow go soft for her. Naija,
Your freedom na promise.
Say hope go always come, no matter wetin happen.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments, just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
Every clash of ideas begin the same way. Differences could be a disagreement,
Two voices, two views, standing apart.
or an argument.
A battle to win, to prove, or to conquer.
Both are born from differences. One can open the door to respect,
Sound, are you ready?
and the other close it with fire. Two perspectives, but one big issue.
Are you good?
Yes, I'm good to go. So do we argue to fight or disagree to understand?
3, 2, 1, we are live.
This is the big...
You guys, this was the gist about Irasta and Rema now.
You day wine. It's all over my FYP, but me I don't know, Sha. Cause fake blogs yakpa. And if you ask me, it's giving sauce.
Listen, I just checked the new TV Entertainment WhatsApp channel like right now, and they just dropped the update.
Are you for
No, no cap.
I've actually been noticing those guys. They're always on it 100. Like they always post the gist before anyone else. Me, I love them, oh, and that's on period.
Like I just aligned with them like last week, and they've been dropping back to back.
Facts. I love how it's straight from the source. No cap, no fake news, just pure entertainment.
I low-key feel like an insider right now.
I know, right?
TVC be cooking.
Real talk.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Content creator Zik Aloma has sparked heated debate after saying anyone trying to escape poverty must become financially heartless, even to family and friends. Supporter says that is simply telling a hard truth. You can't build wealth if everyone is constantly dipping into your income. Critics have said that this mindset promotes selfishness, ignores the reality of family responsibility in Africa. So this morning we're asking, is financial ruthlessness the key to breaking poverty, or a dangerous way to lose your humanity? What are your thoughts on this? Join the conversation by calling us on 020-1635-2013. Numbers are on your screen, or you can tweet to us or comment on YouTube. So I watched the video yesterday before I knew that we were going to be discussing it today, and I forwarded it to a few people like, guys, the story and the way he told the story was not, I didn't feel like he was being inhuman in his story, because he was saying, I'm saving money to achieve a goal, and that my mom, I tell my mom that I have 200,000, I have 100,000, and my mother will now say, I'm trying to pay house rent. You are saving money to do business. Bring the money and then add it to house rent. So it's not like they want to keep you in poverty, but if you don't start a business, all you end up doing is paying rent and all of that. And I know Nima is a Sadaka today, Sadaka tomorrow, is religion and all of that kind of thing. How do you manage this journey of trying to escape poverty, when family responsibilities seem to be being like an anchor holding you down? But they want us to show a bit of the clip.
Okay.
I did not see it.
If you want to come out of poverty, you need to be financially heartless, even to your direct family. Calm down, I would explain. Now, the reason why you're financially heartless is not because you want to be wicked. It's because you want to come out of the poverty circle. Let me give you some instances. I can remember growing up, I've always wanted to be financially independent, comfortable, not necessarily rich, but I've always wanted to be able to afford necessities. So I understood this thing right from time. But the mistake I was always making was, I was always trying to save, I was always trying to do a business. I did a lot of business. But trust me, most of them failed because of family. Let me give you like a typical example. For instance, I could tell my mom now that, Mommy, I've been able to save 100,000 naira. I want to start this recharge card printing business. And the next thing my mom might say is that, it's not like she means bad, but that's just how African home is. Next thing she might say is that, oh, you know I'm gathering money to pay rent. And you have 100,000 sitting down redundant in your account. An argument might start. I was like, no, it's not sitting down redundant. I'm trying to save this money so that I can start a business. And when my business peaks, I cannot help the family. You know, go work. They can call family meeting for you. It's just like you that started work now. You might tell them, hey, call your family. I don't start, my salary is 300K. And from a poor family, 300K is a lot. They'll be like, hey, my brother received 300K. Do you know your sibling might even resign their job because they know that I can easily extract 50K monthly. Your family, they are very, very...
This one was very funny. They'll be like, so you cannot even share 200K for us and you take 100,000 naira. So that is what we're talking about. The fact that there's so much poverty in the land. What's your content? What's your take on this?
Everybody is running an individual race that you don't know of. But God bless us with very considerate family members.
That's a very powerful prayer.
I have a sick family member, very sick, that I feel responsible for. I give up all my comfort for that family member, no matter how. But I have sat with that family member several times and she'll say to me, focus on yourself. You're doing so much. So the gift of such a family member in my life, I cannot relate. You know, because that person is presently unable to help herself. And I feel the need. But I am also surrounded by people who think they know me so well. She's doing well. She just changed her car. Maybe I save every couple for that car.
They don't know.
Or maybe my husband finally thought, oh, Nima has been saving for a car, she can't buy, let me buy her a car. You don't know that story. I visited a friend recently. I was saying to her, I said, you know, she said, hey, I reached out to you one time. You didn't pick your call. I said, I was on a 3-month bed rest. I lost the baby. I lost the baby and I had to resume immediately because I was broke. She couldn't relate. I said, do you know I'm on a contract? If I don't work, I don't earn. And to carry my pregnancies through, I have to pay bills that I cannot earn to pay. She was looking at me. She was shocked. I said, but I have lost this number of pregnancies and had this number of miscarriages. And all this time in all these years, you held this grudge. I have had to do this by myself. So I have also been, I'm a person of Sadaqah. I will not stop because I believe the message of the Quran that Allah will make ease for you when you do Sadaqah. And even in the Quran, it is stated that you start from your duties to your parents, your next of kin, your siblings, and like that and like that. So I have always practiced it and I know that it will turn out well. Point I'm trying to make is that people who sit somewhere, they don't know why. Because I always say, the person who is giving, he knows what they do. The person who is also investing knows what he's doing. We're all looking for success in different ways and whatever beliefs that we have. So you think that, oh, if I collect from Tokwe, BC, Amaka, and join, I'm the smartest one. And the person who is giving, you don't know where grace comes from. So I'm not going to criticize that, but I'm also blessed with the gift of considerate, immediate family members. The moment you say, I am down, and they cannot help you, they will not even let you know. Throughout COVID, I found out one of my closest family members was in their need. I was helping others. Why she thought, oh, we're all on lockdown. How is she doing? You know, I cried to gather what I would to give her. Because I would have she should have been the first beneficiary of that need. But because she wasn't talking to me, I didn't know. So I understand him.
It's a blessing to have considerate.
But I'm coming from a blessed point of view. I ghost people too. If you feel too entitled, I rate you. I rate who is the next. And so there are people who I love, who I have a past with, that I don't consider that, I should do that for.
Okay. Let me hear from you.
Yeah, so in Africa, family is not optional. Community is a part of our identity. Yes. But that being said, I love what Nima said, that having the gift of people, of a considerate family, nothing beats that. Because let me tell you something, they say the enemy of people's progress and destiny is not someone that does not know you. It's someone of your household. Even the Bible says so.
Household enemies.
Household wickedness. Yeah, I'm not even interested. And I turn to BC because BC is the pastor here that knows the Bible. The deacon, the universe. Household wickedness. And there's something, and I'm lucky that I come from a family of both parents that of strong financial, where my mom was a banker all her life, my father chartered accountant. So that will tell you that numbers matter, planning, yes. And my mom, there's something she has said to me all my life, and it has stuck to me even in adulthood, that you cannot eat your capital. You can never eat your capital. My mom, as in, she says this, she said because she says capital is the most difficult thing to get. So when you get capital, you can't eat it. Even if you want to take out something from it, you still try, you gather that capital. Make sure say capital is intact. Then whatever you have on top of that capital, the result of that capital is where we start spending from. Because that's the way you break generational costs and anything. Like Mim also said, the individual race we all they run. You don't know what anybody is going to. You can see everybody shine, bobo, shine, bobo. Everyone has the one they are going to.
Maybe borrowed.
Yes, and we come from an environment where people are entitled.
So if you
everybody is so entitled. People that don't want to work, they're waiting for next of kin to chop.
Somebody say make you die, make you die quick now, make I be your next of kin.
Do you understand? People have so much expectations from people. As that person that's working hard, that's earning 300K now. Can't you go and hustle? Did something break your hand too? And family should help because even in your own ecosystem, family. Valentine don't they come on Valentine and start today. I make sure that every year I don't package my mama thing. I don't go send them on Monday. Because my mother must be happy on Valentine's Day, regardless of anything that is happening with as a husband. They will give her, but that she likes gifts. You have to. So we're from that home of giving, making sure that we're carrying each other. But that doesn't mean at the detriment of
your capital,
your goal.
And I believe what your mommy said now.
Yes,
we don't hear
and I believe that family member, whoever, if the person they really care about you, that mother that is telling you, but you know we are gathering money for house rent, should you as a mother should also know your children, and you sit your child down to say, okay, you are earning 300,000 naira salary. What are your plans?
So I knew very early in life that I was nobody's God. The God that gave you life will always find a way for you. And I will not do more than my power. And it was something, just being appreciative of the kind of family I came from, where people just understood there was time for everything. One of the things that helped me and my husband grow very fast was because we're both first children, first son, first daughter. Imagine the responsibility. But we were not carrying any responsibility till we fixed ourselves. And that's when I look back now, that's the gratitude that I had. That for many years, it was even me at some point, I now remember that these people will not be with us for a very long time. Let's put them in salary, right? That was how we started. They never asked a kobo. They never demanded anything. We were building. I didn't even give gifts. They had their own money now.
You're gifted with family, considered family,
so
but they don't ask you.
They did not ask for anything. Even the ones that mistakenly asked, I would look at them face to face and say, we don't have. We built to a point where we can now give from our profit and from our, because now we have grown our seed. And I'm working this hard today because I don't want to be a liability and a burden to my children. I want them to be able to give me from the benevolence of out of the surplus that they have. The giving they are giving me is going to be extra. See, if I don't give my father money for the next 6 months, he will still call me and bless me. It's not my money that's feeding him. How much am I even giving him? So, to come out of that poverty, I understand what he says rightly because I came from a place where we had a lot of people who did not allow their children bills. She's the one paying school fees. Many people got into, I had a friend who married someone she didn't want to marry because she wanted the person to be able to care for the family. We need to do better. And I see a lot of lazy parents. I'm going to be calling parents out. You get to 40 something, you feel like God has called me and I want to face ministry, I'm not working again. Or hey, there's no work, I cannot do this one. And you put all the responsibility on your children. You are keeping them in that same circle. If your child comes out of that poverty and now starts lifting you up, is it not better for you? It's better for you. But because we can't wait, we don't see beyond. See, you cannot be where you have not seen. People need to understand that you don't see beyond where we can go aside from this food we have to eat now. So parents, except you are sick, you cannot move, then we will understand that you are incapacitated, you cannot walk. But whether you are 40, 50, you've not built wealth, please enter the streets and hustle. I will be proud that my mother is selling Ankara, for instance, in Asaba. And whatever I'm making here, I'm sending from time to time to support that. My mother is not doing anything and she's relying on me to do everything. That's where the problem is. So if you can understand that, this child, the way they are going, let's leave them first. Let them find their feet. God will bless. If I don't say this, God will not forgive me. God will bless my parents-in-law. They stood in the gap. The ability for their son to quickly build is because even our wedding, they did not give us anything. The father said, after your wedding, you are not going to borrow. Do whatever you can do. After the wedding, I'll give you a gift. After the wedding, he gave us money to go and buy blocks as a gift because we're building. For every time we were stranded, he said, I don't want this work. He's a lawyer, so he makes money. I don't want this work to stop. Let me be putting money, let them be working. When you have, you pay me. You see, imagine that sort of support. Sometimes there's nothing in my house. From the hospital.
Because if you pay back,
yes, we used to pay back. From the hospital, when I gave birth to my son, I did, because from the hospital, I was moving to my first house, right? There was no money to buy Pampers. I'm saying it here. Diaper. There was no money. My mother-in-law was the one that gave me money to buy diaper for my son. And I start them with naan. Buy diaper, bought naan, and we went home. My first pregnancy as well, when I gave birth to my first daughter, we had not finished our house. I moved in to my parents-in-law's house. I was there for Mugo for 3 months. I had an accommodation because the school I was teaching provided accommodation. But that Omugo time, I was there. The support. Anytime she's coming, she's buying crayfish, she's buying dry fish. She wanted us to be comfortable. See, you got your money, use it. Let's be building this house. Let's be building it. When we now grew to a point, they are the ones enjoying today. So let's give our children that space.
Parenting means you are ready to be responsible for the child you have brought in.
Exactly.
And
do your best.
Responsible. What I've heard from you all is for all of us watching to be considerate family members. Because what Zik was talking about, Zikaloma was talking about in terms of saying that people need to be selfish or heartless to build, to get out of poverty, is because he's surrounded by people who seem not to be selfless, and they are not prioritizing, they don't understand it. And I in defense of some people, what you cannot give, if you're a poor person, your template is poverty. So most likely the template you will give your children is poverty. So when they try to escape, even in you're trying to help them, it's still the same template that you have, you're giving them. So anybody that wants to escape from a poor background might need to close their ears.
Tighten your heart.
Tighten your heart. When you grow, they will forget the earlier. They will forget the earlier time when you were stingy or you were not answering them. No, they will forget.
I had that
because in the beginning,
they
will look at you that you are stingy. But when you start dropping the money, they will not be like, that time we didn't know that she can be this generous. and that would be an amazing lesson. So please let us imbibe that, especially because there's so much property in the land. Don't be an entitled family member. That's what you need. And don't spend your capital.
Don't spend your capital. Don't allow anybody to
don't spend your capital. That's what we are leaving you with. We'll take a break now. We'll move into our Let's Talk. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
You guys, this was just about IRA and Grandma now. You day wine. It's all over my FYP, but me I don't know, Sha. Cause fake blogs yakpa. And if you ask me, it's giving sauce.
Listen, I just checked the new TV Center WhatsApp channel like right now, and they just dropped the update.
Are you for?
No cap.
I've actually been noticing those guys. They're always on it 100. Like they always post this before anyone else. Me, I love them, and that's on periods.
Like I just aligned with them like last week, and they've been dropping back to back.
Facts. I love how it's straight from the source. No cap, no fake news, just pure entertainment.
I low-key feel like an insider right now.
I know, right?
TVC be cooking.
Real talk. It's like Gist Express. Premium gist on cruise mode. Always first. Always maintain.
Clock it.
Clock it.
You know what, guys? I just joined.
Active.
Jess is right. All you're trying to say to you is, for your premium entertainment content, scan the QR code.
In 3, 2, 1, we are live.
Welcome to E-Splash. I'm on the black carpet, and of course, it's Jibril of Lagos.
Well, that's it on Socialville.
When I say, I dare fool.
You already have Destiny Alpha. I know that.
I go shoot can for you.
You already know, guys. E-Splash can be the best of entertainment, the best of energy, best of everything you need to get your day going. It's E-Splash every weekday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on TVC Entertainment.
Keeping hope alive. We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silenced.
Even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
our music, and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still worth fighting for.
Hope is a child in the classroom, eyes wide, with dreams bigger than walls.
Hope is the farmer planting seeds in faith, believing in rain and harvest.
Hope is the youth unafraid to rise, rewriting the story of our tomorrow.
Hope is us. Millions of voices refusing to give up on the promise of this land.
Nigeria, our independence is not just history.
It is a call to keep believing,
to keep building, to keep hoping.
Now hope.
They carry us.
Even when wahala they choke, we stand gidigba.
Hope they waka with us for downfall.
It they gist with us for buka.
No matter the gbege, our spirit no fit scatter. Hope na that pikin where they read ABCD and still get ogbonge dream for hearts.
Hope na the mama where they
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. She is a producer and creative director, a creative entrepreneur dedicated to telling authentic, emotional and stories that resonate, that reflect human experiences. She's also actively committed to supporting humanitarian causes that places people, dignity and social responsibility at the center, aligning her work in creative space with broader impact and purpose. Welcome with us, Sandra Bramud. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
She's our Women We Love for today. And you can join the conversation, ask questions by calling us on 09024163440. So, telling stories that impact. And how did you get into wanting to tell a different story?
Well, I started with conversation that people talk about, things that people gossip, that happens on the daily. Instead of talking about it, instead of gossiping about it, I do look at it and say, okay, if we see it in a big screen, in a clearer picture, maybe people will actually see what, the things, how things are happening. And instead of talking about it is different. But seeing it is another thing.
Say the truth. You want to make money from our
gossip.
Yes. Because now, you've taken it and you've turned it around, made it a product.
Yes.
Something that you can get paid for. So was the idea just about making impact or, profiting?
Both, when you're doing something, at least there should be benefit from it.
Yeah. That sounds cool. So, but I would like to know, who is Sandra? Who are you? As in, can you tell us your journey, where you started from, how you got here, and now decided to go into filmmaking? Who are you, family-wise? And let's get to know you.
Okay, my name is Sandra Enoch. That's my family name. And Sandra Enoch Brimo is my marital name. Oh. Yeah. I'm actually married to a French.
Oh. Yeah. So they don't pronounce the D?
No,
Brimo.
Brimo.
Brimo. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I have 2 kids. And I married very early. So staying at home, taking care of kids, being a mother, there comes a stage where you don't just want to do that. You want to do something for yourself. Things that you talked about while you were a kid. And being in that home, there's no restriction of the things that you can actually do because of having somebody that is supportive. That's my husband. So I started thinking of the things to do. I have done plenty things.
We all have.
Yeah. Yes. So as time is going, okay, maybe if I do this, I can do it better.
Yes.
So I got to the stage where now I am in a place where I'm doing something that I am happy doing.
Something so was it your original idea to do film? At what point did you decide film production was, the best thing? What other things did you do in line of, on your way to this?
Yeah, I started business. I floated, I'm still into it, into lighting and fittings. Especially chandeliers. I just like chandeliers, like lighting, anything that gives lights, okay. But chandeliers, I saw it, I said, okay, this is pretty. And then I started bringing it in without thinking how to gain from it. I just buy things, I say, okay, this is beautiful, and I bring it in. So, but this movie telling is something that I
really love.
Yes.
Your passion,
yes.
so to speak.
Yes.
Yes. So talking about passion, sometimes I've had conversations with different people. So some people will say passion is a luxury. Not everybody would be able to follow. Others will say just start. Anyhow you start. Along the way you will find what works and what doesn't work. How was it for you?
I can still say just start. But I don't know how it is for people that can just start from where they are sitting without having things to help them. So I
like
can't
support.
Okay. So I can't tell. But I feel I didn't know much, but I had support. Yeah. So I just started. So as I'm going, you are learning,
fine-tuning.
I love the fact that you spoke about support, but I know that even when you have support, whether both financial or technical, there will be challenges within your space as you come into fulfilling purpose and living a life of impact. There will be challenges. So what I would like to find out from, because when we bring in Women We Love, we know that a lot of women watch and they are overwhelmed with challenges. How did you manage the challenges from your failed businesses and even the challenges you faced in production?
Because I believe it just that. If it comes to my mind, I just want to do it anyways. So sometimes you will not have a way, like lighting and chandeliers business was going very well until that dollar thing, the rate thing, the challenges came, and I didn't forget. The movie thing, there are a lot of challenges, but I am in it. Now I am ready to say, okay, I'm doing this. And as you're seeing the challenges, you're seeing how to navigate through it. Yeah, and that's where I'm at now. Yeah.
Okay. So we've been saying movie. What project? Is there any project, any sweet gossip, any sweet story now that you're bringing to the screen for us to enjoy?
Yes.
Or the ones we should go and enjoy?
Yes, I have one that is coming up now. That is actually in the cinemas at the moment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's Friends Indeed. You know, it's about friendship.
Friends Indeed.
Yes, but Friends Indeed is not actually, it can mean a lot of things. You know, friends, we see friends, clique of friends, the intrigue, the things that, you know, you see when you talk about friends. The gossip and everything. So I just
it's the backstabbing and backbiting inside.
That's the main thing. That's the main
thing. She's also into entertainment and movie production.
Like how many productions have you done?
Yeah, this should be my major production, the third one, the major production now, the major one. But along the line, I thought about YouTube. Because YouTube, you manage it by yourself. You give it your time. You give it your energy. But this big project, there are a lot of people that you have to please. You have to pass through. There are things that you have to observe that I have not learned about it very much. You know, so there are plenty things one needs to do to sell a movie. I don't know about that yet. I only know how to
put together the movie.
Yeah, put together, produce it.
You see this one you don't know about?
That's the one.
That's the cocoa of the thing.
Okay.
They advise us where they say passion, start. You start now, you can't hook. It takes a lot to market. To promote. It takes a lot to get people to believe in the craft, especially if they've not been seeing your face before.
Exactly.
So what I realized was,
I'm just at the back.
You see, what I realized was those ones who had made faces already as actresses and actors, it's easier for them because now you know the face. So you see Amaka, okay, Amaka did this movie, Amaka did that movie, let's see what Amaka is doing. But if you're coming in and you're not a known face in that space, auntie, your work is cut out for you.
Right.
But I like this part because I like that shows that this is a startup that is still in the teaching stage and I love and I love projects like this because then so many people can learn you know from that journey and hopefully if we have you back on this table any other time, we cannot know how you're able to navigate this challenge because you know that most times when we say women we love, we always have people that it looks like they already have everything, they're accomplished, they already have everything sorted out, and then so you're trying to wonder like, so I like the fact that you've tried the business before, you've seen the up and down, you said you didn't forecast. And now with forecasting, I'm sure, because you said you're still in that business, I'm sure that you're handling that one better. And I like the fact that you're having a bit of challenge this one, because challenge is good.
A bit of challenge, not a bit of, I don't make
let me ask you about, because when we talk about storytelling, there's impact to it, because even when in reading your bio, it's one of the things you want to achieve. So I would like to have a conversation. I would like you to tell me how you feel storytelling, movies, content is shaping and impacting our society.
Greatly. Like I said, when people have a discussion, like the gossip thing, it doesn't matter, it doesn't make any impact. But when you project things and people see it clearly, you know, a lot of people are going, if you come to YouTube space, for example, there are millions of people there. So when you have something to pass, or when you like growing, you have seen things, you've experienced things, things that you know that works, that you want to talk about. So when you put it on the TV and people see them, people consume them, it has a way of doing a lot of
shaping mindsets.
Yes,
I like your entire story. I'm just wondering, you know, what your previous position on family, focus on family and your children, as you mentioned, and now the decision to focus on yourself. How was it received at home? Did Oga, because they say European people know they give problem. I meant different.
They problem, so they have their own.
So how did the children also take it? Now that you have a more demanding project on your time, how have you balanced it?
My kids are grown, and I just felt staying at home while I was staying at home is not a way of teaching them independence. Like when I shout at my kids, for example, I just...
With this your voice. Sorry.
I just realized that you have to do things for your kids to see.
You have to model it.
You have to model it. Like my kids, sometimes you say, no, don't do that. You say, but mom, I saw you doing it. Like when you are pressing your phone and you're on your phone all day, and then you're telling him not to be on his phone all day. So actually, I'm trying to tell my kids also that I am here for you guys, but now it's my time, because at the end of the day, your kids are your kids. I'm training them how to be independent.
How many years did you spend as a stay-at-home mother nurturing the children?
My first kid is 21 years old now, my first son.
Yeah. And you look like this?
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah. You look good.
I just didn't stay and be following them about. I look out for opportunities too, but you can just go catch it, come back home. Yeah, so I've been home like that.
Flexible for so long.
Okay, so you know, this is Valentine's season, as it is hot. Me, I like love story, you know. So please, how did you meet this your French man? How did you meet this your love?
I like that
you know, how did you meet? Because so that if the Nigerian ones, the Black African ones, are not working, let us know. So tell us how you met this your French man and how it is, sweet or not sweet. Tell us.
Well, how do I meet? I met Robert through a friend. You know, like when you're in school and there is a party going on in places. So there was a party they were doing, and a friend of mine that is wise, that her eyes have opened because I was in my year one. Then she was saying, "Oh, there's a party, expatriates are going to be. Hey, Sandra, are you coming?" And they because I was very teeny. You know, so they just recruited me. That was
serious recruits. But
to your destiny.
Yeah, but because there was something about you that turned that meeting into marriage.
Destiny.
Yes, because not just destiny, because there's a personality, there's a way someone will behave that you are girlfriend. And then there's a way you behave that you are
wife. Which you're a wife material.
This so she was
carry my voice go that party, nobody go myself.
But I'm happy about our conversation, because for me it's always tough when we see people that say they spent most of their life as wives, and then they're now coming into my own season. I've taken care of the children. These children are now at a level where, and I'm putting myself out there. Do you, at any point, feel like some of my school friends that went into the corporate world, do you feel like they had it better, or do you feel like you missed out on not going maybe into the bank or into oil and gas and all those things?
I have realized that I don't have to stay. I admire them. Like there's a friend of mine, she's a custom girl, she's a custom officer, she's my best friend. You see her working so hard. She's a mother too. Yeah, but you see her moving, the promotion, the way she goes to work, the attitude, the accolades, it's something beautiful, you know. But I just didn't feel like I missed out or any kind of a thing. I just admire that people, women can do something and achieve something, you know, like you. I like to watch you, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be sitting at home. I want to be
doing fast.
Yeah, everybody
has destiny. This destiny is very strong.
Yeah, exactly.
Destiny.
Yeah.
Honestly, thank you so much. We had a topic on our show before you. Did you listen to the show before you joined us?
No, I was stressing.
You were stressing out. I wanted to ask you about it, but I really don't think you would have had that much issue because of the the way your story went, in that you got married really early.
Question.
So the Zikaluma mentioned the fact that if you want to escape poverty, you need to be a bit heartless, because family and friends can, with entitlement, drain your ability to grow financially. Did you have that experience, or you married an expatriate, and were there people expecting you to now become their udogu?
Let me tell you something. It started from my traditional marriage. Like, you married an expatriate. Okay, the lists was very, very long. And then for you, because then nobody, an expatriate in my village, in my small community, like how? So you try to say, okay, let me satisfy them. Then you go along with the list. But I don't know if it's a mistake. Trying to satisfy them first. So you have to keep up. Trying to. Exactly. But I am a kind person anyways. So I do things from my heart, you know.
So you said the title of the movie that you have in the cinema is which? Is what?
Friends Indeed.
Friends
Indeed.
Is it showing now?
Yeah, it's showing now.
Okay.
It's in all cinemas.
Fantastic.
Friends Indeed.
Yeah. So we're going to come and watch.
Yes.
We're going to go and watch Friends Indeed as a way to support your movie project.
Yes.
And I think that we all need to, women supporting women, we're going to like cheer you on that. It's a good one. Next time I bring you, you would have, you'll be like, I've
done 20,
we've
50,
done a whole
100.
lot more. Thank you for coming on our show. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ladies, for a very interesting conversation. That's all we can take on today's show. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.